What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Week 2 Swolecast here on RotoGrinders.com. I don't know how we can get better than last week. I mean, so much feedback, and we appreciate it. We have Davis Mattek on the show. We have Peter Overzet on the show. We have Dan Gaspar, a.k.a. Mr. Total 05 on the show. Davis, let's start with you.
Mm-hmm.
What does your shirt say?
Lil Yachty. I'm pretty sure this is the shirt I'm wearing in my RotoGrinders graphic that I sent to them like 9 years ago. I think I have a vague memory of that.
Bro, Lil Yachty is my favorite musician.
It's definitely Dan's favorite musician. Dan's very hip with the kids, so he's definitely in on that.
Davis, I would love to get your hair on Dan and just see what he looked like.
I would really like it too. Like, imagine if we swapped. I'd look really sickly.
If Dan had that hair, he's gonna have 35 kids by the time that's all said and done.
Whoever does the hair swap and tweets us, you get a free $20 Millionaire Maker ticket on RotoGrinders. This is not signed off on. Just keep tweeting at them. They'll maybe give it.
The Fabio challenge.
Best Photoshop of Dan on with Davis's hair. Davis, you could like have a commercial if you actually like washed your hair.
I just got home from the gym like 30 minutes ago, so I didn't quite have time to shower.
Let's see those terrible triceps, dude.
We're not doing triceps. I'm cardio only right now. Overzet.
Oh, come on, David.
How
it's bulk season.
How is your wrist? How is your wrist?
My wrist.
He had surgery on it, remember?
No. I'm dealing with a little carpal tunnel right now. I'm sure the people will see it.
Oh, jeez.
David,
it can get tough typing at home. The life of a fantasy football analyst, it's a grind.
Davis tried to get out of work because of carpal tunnel, and it tilted the crap out of Tuttle back in the old FI days. Remember that, Tuttle?
I don't, but I do know Lil Yachty is just lit in Big Smoke Chapo.
All right.
It's true.
Right? Yeah.
Peter, how are you doing?
1,000 views so far.
I'm doing good. I did just remember, Dave, we should probably prepare Tuttle now for the terrible take question at the end. I know he likes to have a couple hours to prepare for that. So I
actually got one.
Whoa, okay.
I tweeted that he would have one just so he could be preparing for it.
Okay.
Should I say it now or no? Should I say it now? No? Yeah? No?
No.
Sit on it.
What was your best call from last week? Tuttle, yours was the Demir Bird take?
Hey, I actually wrote up Sammy Watkins in my core leverage column. I would like to say that was probably my best take.
Davis, what was your best take from last week?
I don't know. Probably, I just had a lot of them. I have a cat. I guess probably Dak and Gallup was probably my best takes. Those dudes, like the Cowboys, just smashed up and down.
Dak.
Peter, do I even need to know what your best take was?
It's a forward-thinking show, Dave.
Dak that ass up.
Yeah, you said Dak Prescott. You said the Cowboys stack. Shout out to our boy Chop for taking down the Millionaire Maker on FanDuel. And lots of people tweeted at me thanking me for the Titans money line call over the Browns last week.
How many tweets did you get, Dave?
I bet at least half of one.
It was like 9 or 10 or something.
Wow.
Mariota and Cash?
I don't know. The Titans are just going to blow them out. We'll talk about some in-cash quarterbacks in a second. Let's talk about the overview really quick. Tuttle, you start us out.
Yo, what's up, dude?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's not quite as, it's kind of clear cut. DraftKings specifically kind of screwed the pooch with their Monday Night Football pricing. So we have a lot of Oakland Raiders guys specifically that are extremely cheap on DraftKings. So, if you're kind of an Oakland Raiders fan or into playing 3 Oakland Raiders in your lineup, then this is the week for you.
This is definitely the week to go all in on DraftKings.
If your screen name is Oakland Raiders 6969.
If you've been riding the Darren Waller hype train all offseason, this is your slate to just press the lock button and walk away.
This is the week. Josh Jacobs, Darren Waller, Tyrell Williams. I mean, it's all you. On FanDuel, the pricing is not quite as egregious, but still those Oakland Raiders guys are a little bit cheaper, but a little bit more ways to go on FanDuel as opposed to DraftKings and cash games.
Davis, I tweeted out as far as like what game people are anticipating the most for this week, and the majority, over half, said that they were anticipating the Saints at the Rams. You and I are on another game, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, because we like fun and we like good plays.
I voted that game too.
We like birds.
Who would anyone seriously? If you had the choice, who would watch New Orleans, Los Angeles, like Drew Brees outside versus Kyler and Lamar? There's going to be so many plays ran in that game, so many air yards. It's just going to be that game is going to be fantastic. It's going to be way better than Rams Saints.
Oh, it's going to be fun. Peter, what's your overview of this week?
Yeah, no, I'm just excited to play some of these guys who dudded in week one that are now in good spots, try to play that ownership game. I'm also very excited about that Cardinals game. I feel like people are terrified of the Cardinals, though. They just think they're going to get routed, and I just don't see that happening. I think it's going to be a really good game, and I'm excited to play Cardinals if everybody is worried about them against the Ravens.
Oh, I was tilting so hard last week. I had Lamar in cash on FanDuel. That was nice. I had Kyler in cash on DraftKings. That was like terrifying for the first.
It was so brutal for 2 hours. Like, first of all, we had to watch Carson Wentz just like get his like chalk 22 points or whatever. And then the first half, I was just like, oh my God, I'm going to lose so much money. Oh my God, this is terrible. I started off the year getting completely dusted. And then he just like woke up midway through the third quarter and absolutely saved me. I was on the edge, Kitchen. It was a tough
playback get there.
I also had quite a bit of Christian Kirk. And knew when he had like one catch on 10 targets, I was like, he's going to be in the buy low air model.
Well, the thing I don't know what to make heads or tails of is what the hell is going on with Cliff Kingsbury. It's like this offense delivered in how we hoped, and yet he made so many donkey decisions.
He was a coward big time.
And then he had his quote after the game where he's like, oh, yeah, I actually don't want to be running 10 personnel that much. We were just forced into it by the game script. It was like, this is the whole promise of the air raid, what you've been selling us on. What do you mean this was, context dependent?
But we do like the David Johnson usage.
Oh, yeah.
And Larry Fitzgerald. Silva should be rich from the Fitzgerald performance last week.
Does Cliff Kingsbury do drugs before the game?
He's had a few Trulies before the game.
Hey, I'm only on my fifth.
What Truly are you on? Is it lemon?
Yeah, this one's lemon. I've actually somehow managed, I don't know how, completely random, have managed to do a different flavor each time. We've had mango, we've had passion fruit, we've had orange, we've had grapefruit, and now we're on lemon. And let me tell you, lemon's pretty good.
Speaking of lemons, the Dolphins playing at home against the Patriots. Peter, are you keeping up? Because that's what we call a segue.
I was literally just going to say that's why you're the best in the biz, Dave.
So it's now an 18.5 point spread, opened up at a 15.5 point spread. Like, I guess all the Rex Burkhead, I saw some Sony Michel takes. Like, what are you doing with the Patriots offense this week, Peter? Since you're the Pats fan, you're the
GreatFit.com, baby.
GreatFitPatriots.com, baby. Yeah. Andy Devlin, 4 touchdowns. James Devlin, don't even know his name. Yeah, Burkhead Michel is really interesting. Have we heard any theories on why Burkhead ran ahead of Michel that game? Do we have any idea why that happened?
I think it was blowout.
Tony's not good, bro.
All right. Well, if people are chasing Burkhead, I think you probably want to then go
Rex
over to
Burkhead
Michel.
is like the biggest square play in the history this week.
We saw a Burkhead lineup already, right, Davis? In one of our chats, in one of our Slack chats.
We did. We might know someone who's a little bit of a fake Patriots homer who is just ready to jam sexy Rexy in.
Rex in there, James White and Cash. I mean,
that's a pure game script play though, right? Like if they're up 18.5, like he will be playing the whole second half just so they don't get Sony injured. They're going 7-0.
Just get Brandon Bolden carries at this point.
They're going 7-0.
Imagine being the person who's like betting the like Patriots minus 18.5 this week, just like going up to the window, just walking as a square, rolling up and just being like, all right, can't wait to cash this minus 18.5.
Well, that's my hope this week is everyone who's playing Pats and Ravens in Survivor Pool just gets burned hard by that Dolphins upset and Kyler beating them. I think those are traps. I like the Dolphins. I like the Ravens.
Baltimore is the Survivor play.
I'm personally putting $10 on the Patriots money line.
Don't ruin the soccer tout lock of the week.
That'll get you a fifth of a truly.
All right, let's go. I thought about like if you put $100 on the Patriots money line just for the first 7 weeks, just let it like.
Their schedule is so easy.
You'd probably have like $250 at the end of week 7.
Totally
roll it over.
$250.
Time value of money.
Yeah. All right. Quarterbacks for this week 1 slate. Davis?
Well, Lamar Jackson is the best play in terms of the money you have to spend and the raw projected total. Patrick Mahomes is going to be super popular. After that, though, I think those guys are kind of the two clear options. And then I think there's a lot of different ways you can go. I like Josh Allen at the New York Giants, 5,300. I think Kyler is still in play. I think Ben Roethlisberger and the Steelers probably are the best example of people just choosing to freak out over one game and forgetting how good they are. Ben, for his career, averages under 20, since 2011, he averages under 20 fantasy points per game on the road, over 26 fantasy points per game at home. It's just night and day with that offense.
So you're fading Brady.
I guess maybe I would get him. So the thing with him is it's hard to get him with the comeback stacks because are you really wanting to allocate Preston Williams and Devontae Parker exposure? I think probably no.
You're talking to David Kitchen here.
Yeah, so I guess Kitchen's into playing Devontae Parker. I mean, maybe he would make my player pool, but I don't want to say certainly he wouldn't, but like I'd probably rather play Dak.
What about Josh Allen against the Giants?
Already just mentioned him
All right.
47 seconds ago.
Sorry.
What about Tom Brady?
What about Tom Brady? Todd, what are some quarterbacks that you like?
If you're playing Kyler, it's going to be on FanDuel because he's only 6,500 there. I don't think there's a reason to do it on DraftKings. The price discrepancy on FanDuel is significant enough where I don't think you want to do it in cash games, but if you're going to play Kyler at all in tournaments and you're kind of sold on playing Kyler in tournaments, just put your action in on FanDuel, because he is so cheap there because of the matchup. Otherwise I agree with mainly what Davis said. One other guy that sticks out, I don't think you would really consider him a cash game option, but he is pretty cheap on DraftKings, specifically Jared Goff against the Rams.
Yeah. He's just a really good game stack QB.
Davis, you let Tuttle talk?
I would reserve him for game stacks though too. I wouldn't really want to play him in cash. He was pretty terrible actually last week. Really low completion percentage, really low yards per attempt. I think it was like 4.6. I think it ranked last in the league last week. So he's a guy that's gonna take the short, quick routes for Cooper Kupp and whatnot. But game stack, I think he's going to play in tournaments, but his price tag is cheap. Roethlisberger, if you believe those home road splits, I think he's a really good tournament play on DraftKings. And I think the Pittsburgh stack in general is a really good bounce back stack this week in tournaments as well.
All right. You have to play one quarterback in cash, Lamar or Patrick Mahomes, Peter. Who is it?
I'm probably taking the savings and playing Lamar. And I just think that, the Chiefs are going to be able to, I guess both, teams are going to be able to score kind of however they want, but, I'm going to keep riding that Lamar train. One other name we didn't mention that I like a lot is, Deshaun Watson, at home versus the Jags. It looks like they're going to get, QT back, have the full complement of weapons. And then we just saw what the Chiefs did to that secondary last week. I think it could be some big games again for Fuller and Nuke in that secondary, so I like them at home.
Tough week for defenses matter, touts. I will say that.
Deshaun Watson might get killed before the season's over. That line is so bad.
That's why you just check it down to Duke.
He definitely inflicts some of it on himself. That leap on 4th and 1, he probably could have lived to see another play. I think he probably could have slid out of bounds and ran a couple plays from the 2-yard line.
But I do think that's also good for, basically good for him as far as like rolling out, getting those rushing yards. And then Davis, they don't really have a running game, do they?
I mean, Carlos Hyde.
Or do they with Carlos Hyde? Huh?
8.3 yards per carry?
Admit it. Say you're wrong.
About what?
Carlos Hyde not being good. Say you're wrong.
He had a good game.
Okay, thank you. All right. Anybody else? Any other cheap quarterbacks you guys like? Did someone say Mariota? Because he's only $5K.
The Mariota AJ Brown stack, and just see if you can get the exact return of what happened last week.
No, you do Mariota Delaney.
Delaney.
Why do you keep on saying Delaney?
Yeah, I really like Joe Flacco against this bad Bears defense.
That's what Leone always says, and I just don't. And Silva too. They both just can't get it right.
Can we get a backup quarterback play of the week?
Yeah, who do you want?
Luke. Oh, I was gonna say Luke Falk, but they don't play until Monday.
And what would it be this week? The siege.
You want to play Minshew?
Yeah. Who's Minshew? Oh, Josh.
He's starter now, man.
Yeah. Oh, you want backup? I
want backup. Is it Daniel Jones again?
Eli getting cucked halfway through the second quarter.
All right, FanDuel, you've got Lamar Jackson at 8,200, Brady at 7,800. So Brady does present some significant savings over Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, who's 9K. Does that change anything for you, Tuttle?
A little bit. I mean, I'm not all that interested in Brady and cash. We've seen it all before. We've seen how Belichick utilizes game script for his personnel, the past however many years. I mean, Brady's ceiling here is probably like 2 touchdowns, 200 yards. And if he gets that, then they're just going to continue running the ball with Michelle and Burkhead from there on out.
Yeah, I'm not super into playing him this week. It feels like massive overreaction to them still throwing up ahead last week.
Yeah, it's a trap. I mean, the Dolphins are obviously the ideal matchup, but you have to.
He's going to get 18 for sure.
Yeah, he's a good floor play, I would say.
I feel like he's very safe. I mean, he's going to get this is a game for him to get stats, for him to get touchdowns.
He doesn't care about that anymore.
Oh yeah, he does. He's chasing Breeze.
He just wants those rings.
He's chasing Breeze he's like 6 touchdowns back. He can get even this week. All right.
I mean, I agree. He won't get 6 touchdowns the rest of the season, so he better do.
What? Drew Brees? That's who he's chasing.
Oh, he's drawing dead.
Okay. All right. Let's open up DraftKings, please.
Good transition.
And make a lineup. You can't transition off of that. Davis, who you got first for DraftKings?
Let's just go the play I think is the stone best of the week, Austin Eckler. Like one of the worst prices in the history of DraftKings.com.
Can we agree just to fade Oakland chalk on this lineup?
Yes.
So
good
not Josh. Yeah. Because Jacobs might be better value than Eckler this week. Just from a point.
Eckler is like a top 3 projection on the entire slate, and he's 6,100.
Well, that's fine, but Josh Jacobs is still 4,700.
Yeah, but there's still some volatility questions in them. Like, we haven't seen them down by 2 touchdowns yet. We don't know if he can get replaced by Richard.
So you don't like Jacobs this week?
I do. It's not the same thing. Eckler is going to be involved regardless of what happens.
You heard it here first. Davis doesn't like Jacobs this week.
Wow. All right. Tuttle, who you got?
I'm going to go the Big Ben.
Okay.
Vance will make you dance stat.
This is the power move, getting the 2 picks for the price of 1.
That's right.
Jeez.
You got to take the stack when you got it.
Why would you stack with Big Ben? or you stack Vance.
I'm allowing somebody to throw Juju in if they want to, who's clearly the best pass catching.
You should have thrown Juju and just taken that free square.
You could also throw James Conner in here, but the idea is here that we're not going Darren Waller, who is, again, going to be chalk with the Oakland Raiders stack. We said we're not going to play any Oakland Raiders in this lineup. So I'm going Vance. 9 receptions last week for the Bengals tight ends against Seattle. 9 receptions, 93 yards on 11 targets. Vance is still not necessarily a full-time player, but saw a heavy percentage of snaps. He is arguably one of the best pass catchers behind Juju on this team now that Antonio Brown's gone. He's going to score 2 touchdowns easy and going to be the guy to pair with Ben.
2 touchdowns easy, folks.
2 touchdowns easy, folks.
Imagine having all these options and you go with Vance McDonald at tight end.
Oh yeah, imagine. I mean, you could pick like Dante Moncrief in his 10% catch rate if you wanted.
Yeah, I bet Dante Moncrief was legitimately number 1 on the air yards by low model.
I think Kirk was. I haven't looked, but I imagine Kirk was.
James Washington also had like 180 air yards with like 4 targets.
All right, Peter.
All these options, he says.
Can you save us?
I can save us. Last week, I cracked open my book of NFL stories, and there was this revenge narrative involving Deshaun Jackson. And while I don't want to go back to that same story, there's another narrative brewing, a Brandon Cooks versus his former team this week. I love it. And we are going to jam him in here at 6,300.
I like that. I like that play.
It's almost as good as that Vance play that. I forgot who gave that one, but that was really good.
It's hard to remember at this point.
So I will go with.
It's going to be someone so bad.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be so bad. David's going to try to flex Jacoby Brissett.
It's literally going to be someone who's like not in play.
Everybody's talking about AJ Brown in Nashville.
I want to go. I really want to go with Flash in this lineup, but I don't know.
Man, you were supposed to do something worse.
He could get like 2 touchdowns, 200 yards in the first half easily. Like they could toy with him.
He's a good pick if Antonio Brown doesn't play. I mean, he's
still fine even if AB plays.
Yeah.
He only played 67% of the snaps last week, got a bunch of high value targets when he's in, and his thing is just going to be efficiency anyways.
Yeah, so let's go. Speed kills. Let's go with Flash.
Good job, David.
Thank you. All right, Davis.
Well, let's just bring this Brandon Cooks pick back with AK-47, Alvin Kamara, probably the best high-priced player of the week.
Bro, what did I say in our Slack today? And you're like, are you gonna say that on the Swolecast?
It's your time, dude.
Imagine thinking that the Saints aren't just gonna run Kamara all over the Rams. He's gonna get full run in this game. He's gonna be on the field for 80% of the snaps.
Yeah, it might be his highest snap share of the year.
Such a revenge spot. He's an elite play regardless, but then you throw in the revenge factor, lock button, easy game.
At this point, I'm kind of hoping that Joe Mixon plays so I don't have to dedicate that Kamara spot to Giovanni Bernard and cash.
All right, Tuttle, who you got?
I'm going to use this on my terrible take, even though he doesn't make all that sense in this lineup. Kind of. It kind of goes along with game stack, even though we don't have the quarterback. Traquan Smith. 3,700. We're throwing him in the tournament lineup. No, this is a cash game lineup. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
No,
this is clearly a cash game lineup on DraftKings.
Wait, this is a cash game lineup?
Obviously.
So what? Traquan was on the field. I forget what it was. I don't have the snap counts up on me. It was it was a good amount. He was their slot receiver. Right now. He was their clear number 3 receiver. He was their clear slot receiver. He only saw like 2 targets last week, but that's
64% of the snaps.
64% of the snaps, right behind Ted Ginn in terms of routes run. He's underpriced. He is. I mean, for his role, he's underpriced. It's my terrible take of the week. Alongside Vance McDonald, he's locked for 2 touchdowns too.
Yeah, you made this lineup very gross with Smith and McDonald.
I mean, if gross you mean sexy AF, then yeah.
I meant gross. All right, Peter.
I thought there was last week I tried to fill it, and then you guys said that we were going to get sued.
We just don't give a defense.
There's no defense.
Just do a defense, yeah.
Okay, well then we got to get Juju in at 7,500, and then you have room for 2,700 for D.
Oh, there is one of the best defensive plays of the week right there at 2,700. So you can figure that out.
It's Trubisky.
Yeah, you can use your favorite optimizer to figure that out later on.
Yeah, if there's a defense that rhymes with Schronkos, might work well.
All right, let's.
Don't violate the user guidelines, Dave.
Dude, I would love to be in court and have to defend my use of Schronkos.
On this date, September 12th, 2019, Peter Overzet.
Well, clearly, we just gave away the $1 million winning lineup, so it's probably a reality that we're going to have to go to court for it.
Imagine. All right,
Broncos.
Let's move on to running backs. The chalk on DK, Josh Jacobs, Eckler, and Kamara. Are those the three chalky options, Davis?
Well, and I would also include Giovanni Bernard in there, assuming that Joe Mixon does not play. And it's like legit hard to figure out who the right play is, because obviously Kamara is this really great play. We expect him to play a lot of snaps. He is not influenced by the Drew Brees home road splits. He averages within 0.5 fantasy points, home or road. It doesn't matter. But Giovanni Bernard is going to be, probably the third best value play at running back behind Eckler. Like I think Eckler and Jacobs are just insane values, but I don't know. I mean, maybe Mixon plays and we just don't have a headache at all, and we just play these three guys in cash.
Tuttle's going to pee. You don't drink 5 Trulies and then not pee during the show. All right, running backs for you, Overzet. There, well, you got the line one.
We're on to Lime, fellas.
Are you on to number 6 here?
We're on to 6.
Wow.
Just so you know, this is like midnight on Thursday, so it's
is this Tuttle's 6-pack?
There it is.
You don't want to see my 6-pack.
All right, I'm just gonna say it, dude. Josh Jacobs is a trap this week.
Oh,
he's a trap.
This guy over here.
They got the best possible game script they're gonna probably have all year last week against the Broncos. Now they're going to play the best offense in football. Last year, Jalen Richard was like RB 27 on the season because he played every single passing down.
There's such a season-long take bleeding over into DFS right now, Peter.
Dude, listen, we haven't seen them down yet. We haven't had to see them use Jalen Richard playing down. I'm just not convinced that Josh Jacobs is going to be a bell cow when they're down 25 points to the Chiefs.
This is the only thing he's good at. The only thing Jacobs is good at that he did in college was catch passes.
I saw like 2 Alabama games and he was good at catching passes.
Yeah, there's a good Tuttle take.
Peter over here thinks that Doug Martin's still RB1 for the Raiders, I think.
I hate
it's going
Josh
to be the
Jacobs.
DeAndre Washington game. Yeah, I think Josh Jacobs is a bad player, but I think he's a good play this week.
Like, there are so many good wide receivers in good spots too.
Yeah, that's the thing is like Watkins, Smith-Schuster, Michael Thomas. Like it's tough this week.
We'll get to wide receivers in a second. There's a few lower price wide receivers if you just want to jam in stud running backs. I think I would be more in favor of fading Josh Jacobs on FanDuel than DraftKings, just because. Tuttle, are you gonna throw up on the show?
No, I was keeping the burp in.
It's like the CSU Ram from last year.
Oh, that was cool. That was cool. That was one of the most to bring any heat on Peter, but man, that was
one of the most amazing things in the history of DFS.
It was the best on-camera moment ever.
You got to do the 2 fingers. Catch it in your mouth. All right.
If you do that, I retire from all streaming fantasy-wise.
So is there a case with some cheap wide receivers, is there a case for playing James Conner in cash, or is he strictly a GPP play, Davis?
I mean, I'll be honest. I have not played cash on FanDuel in like 4 years, so maybe he makes sense there.
But DraftKings as well.
He's cheap on DraftKings.
Why would you play him over? You wouldn't play him over Austin Eckler. You wouldn't play him over Alvin Kamara.
You play him over Josh Jacobs. That's what we're saying.
Yeah, but then that 2v2 is horrible though. That 2 because Tyrell is a lock. So your 2v2 is something like in cash it would be James Conner versus I guess like maybe Christian Kirk or like I don't even like there's not even a playable wide receiver other than Tyrell there.
It's like we are 1 week in and you are completely fine with playing 3 Raiders in cash.
I'm not playing Waller probably.
Hey, let's not be biased.
You're not playing the one lock on the Raiders, and that is Darren Waller.
We should as fantasy analysts, as fantasy players, we should probably just take the guys that are underpriced or priced inefficiently. I feel like that makes sense.
I mean, we've seen this happen in baseball before where like a starter gets scratched and then like, oh, you're playing 4 Dodgers in cash or whatever because they were supposed to go up against Bumgarner and instead it was, Yusmeiro Petit. Like stuff like that happens where it's just like the prices are just bad.
But let's not take advantage of that though, just because of the Raiders.
Has there been an update on Connor? I know that he was sick yesterday in practice. There was some maybe question about his availability.
I heard he just had a couple too many Trulies, I think is.
I didn't see an update on him or on Smith-Schuster.
Because, I don't know, we don't need him getting quarantined in a room like Sam Darnold here. You know, it could turn south fast if, mono is sweeping down the eastern seaboard.
Have you guys ever had mono?
No.
I have.
Kitchen's about to tell us a horrible story.
Yeah. No, it was just 7th grade. It was not fun.
Oh my gosh, did you make out with Katy Perry or something and you got mono?
All right. Let's, any other running back takes before we move on? David Johnson, any GPP takes?
Oh yeah, like you gotta create a rule where when you're using Lamar Jackson, you use Min to Christian Kirk, David Johnson, Larry Fitzgerald, and then either Michael Crabtree or Keyshawn Johnson.
Keyshawn. We can't use Crabtree first week back, dude.
We can't abandon Keyshawn yet.
No.
10 targets last week.
Are you going to tell Malcolm Brown here or no, Davis?
Yeah, Davis.
People know. People know, guys.
I think Davis wanted a standing ovation for that call.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about Malcolm Brown. I believe Sean McVay.
That would have been bad to do if I didn't have underwear on.
Like he said it was random that Malcolm Brown happened to be in, but like it's what you'd expect. Gurley played like 68% of the snaps. Malcolm Brown played like 30% of the snaps. That's kind of what I expected, is that Darrell Henderson's not a thing yet, and Gurley just can't be out there that much because his knees are made out of pudding.
My take is this was actually like good news for against Gurley detractors. Like I
didn't think Gurley was going to play that much.
Right. Like he saw 70% of the snap. It's not really necessarily good for this week just because his price tag hasn't come down.
I probably won't play him until he gets to be like 5K.
Right. Like if his price tag would have dropped significantly, this would have been just the absolute optimal week to jump on him, just because I do think Malcolm Brown was kind of just in there. I think they're just going to play it based on series, basically, which running backs can get the red zone carries. So
yeah, I think he just can't be out there like that many plays in a row. That's because like what McVay said was that he said basically like Malcolm Brown was in there because Gurley had reached his like pitch count for the quarter or whatever, basically.
Yeah. So Gurley's not going to see 25 carries anymore, but 15 to 20 if he gets down to the 5 to 6K range. Like legitimately keep an eye on that because people
he's still going to have like a 3 touchdown game at some point this year.
Right.
All right. Adrian Peterson love, Tuttle, 30 guaranteed touches.
How about Leonard Fournette love?
He is so cheap. Leonard Fournette also, if Silva's on the show, he would have to plug his guy, Matt Breida.
Matt Breida is a really good play.
He was, I don't want to steal Tuttle's thunder, but he was one of Tuttle's core plays or cash plays in the lineup HQ optimizers this week.
Was it on a per site basis? I think it was FanDuel because there's only 5,600 there, right?
No, it was DraftKings. He's 5,200.
5,200, but he's also 5,600 on FanDuel.
He's not a DraftKings cash play.
Yeah, he's really cheap on FanDuel.
All right, well then, Tuttle, you might want to change that then.
Okay, hold up. Let me go right now.
All right.
Tunnel's updated cash plays. Does not have.
What about Saquon?
Sure.
Just taking the points with Saquon.
Man, the Giants suck. They suck worse than last year. It's a tough scene.
They almost beat the Cowboys last week.
Yeah. Yeah, they did almost.
Peter, what are you thinking about the bell cows?
Yeah, I'm dropping down. I don't want to pay up for Saquon. Like you guys said, Alvin Kamara is such a great play. Then you can get James Conner and Eckler in. That's kind of my range for the bell cows. I don't mind Fournette either, but I think that's your range there. I mean, you can obviously make a case for Zeke too. He's not going to split the touches with Pollard this week. If no one's on him, it looks like Gamino has him only projected ownership on DraftKings around 10%, so that could be interesting as well.
We have just one more play, Derrick Henry. Davis, are you ready to call him a good running back yet?
I mean, anytime you can jam in someone playing 60% of the snaps who got 2 targets and ran 8 pass routes, I think you got to jam.
Oh, did he run 8 pass routes? What was one of those pass routes a 75-yard touchdown?
I mean, look, Derrick Henry, if he played like Todd Gurley level snaps, I would play him a lot. Because when he's been used as a pass catcher, he's been good in the past. Tennessee just chooses not to use him that way. I don't know why.
When you're up by 30 in the fourth quarter, he doesn't get a ton of run.
Is Derrick Henry the best running back playing that game?
Oh, are you going to say Marlon Mack? Because he had a pretty good week last week.
Yeah, and he's playing an absolute ton. They obviously don't want to put the ball in Brissett's hands. Their strength is their offensive line. They're going to let Marlon Mack touch the ball 20-plus times. He's going to run some routes. They're not using Nyheim Hines quite as much in the passing game. I think Marlon Mack's the better running back playing that game.
Well, I disagree, but I think he's a fine play. I just think in positive game script, they're also using Derrick Henry in the screen game, which I think, if he actually catches it, benefits him. I just like a guy who's your workhorse, your bell cow.
David, he played 67% of the snaps.
Again, Davis, notice that the game was out of hand in the fourth quarter.
I'm really trying to help you. Like I would like you to win, bro.
All right, well, why don't you
just tell us how bad Baker Mayfield is?
James Conner, Davis, how many snaps did he play last week?
Not very many. 47%, I think. Yeah.
Oh, and yet you're still recommending him. Why is that, Davis?
I didn't know. I said don't play him in cash.
Oh, a GPP though.
I mean, their Steelers offense has a better team total, and they're a better offense, and they're going to score more points than the Titans will.
Okay.
And also, he recorded a larger percentage of the backfield work when he was in.
Davis, stay with me here. It's not about this week. You're talking about last week. Why are you recommending for a GPP a guy who only had 47% of the snaps last week?
Because he has a total and a long history of being good.
The answer is, so does Derrick Henry. The answer, though, is that the game last week was a blowout, and that 47% is a little misleading. That's what the answer is, Davis.
It's misleading? Sure, it's misleading.
In Davis's defense, Derrick Henry has terrible teeth.
Does he?
Oh my God! Are you serious? Have you not seen this?
Dude, this is definitely a Six Truly show for Gaspar here.
No. If nobody has seen this, you literally Google Derrick Henry teeth.
He got him fixed.
I can't be the only one. Have you seen these mans?
He got him fixed.
I'm Googling now, but I do love the idea of Dave also defending not only his snap percentage, but also his teeth.
He got him fixed.
I can't find a picture.
Once you see these,
I would love to see you go up against Derrick Henry and tell him. I would love for it.
By the way,
6 Trulies deep and you would never do it.
By the way,
okay, no, I do remember seeing Derrick Henry's old team.
So bad. By the way, Kitchen, this is where you drop your Invisalign ad or whatever that you have going.
No, use my Smile Direct Club link, not Davis.
No. Use mine, and notice that there is a reason when I say Juju Smith-Schuster that there's a reason for that. But in 4 weeks, there will no longer be reason.
Wait, everyone on here has a tooth endorsement? I'm behind.
Kitchen and I both got like fake cheap Invisalign.
Yo, Googling Derrick Henry's teeth, I actually think he like had his social media team or whatever like scrub the internet. Yeah, because they're not.
I could only find one. Yeah.
I only found it on like a meme. Like,
they're fine now. They're fine.
Yeah, his team did work on this. Like,
it's amazing what dentistry does when you have millions of dollars. Can we move on to wide receiver?
Look up his PR team and hire them immediately if you have bad teeth.
All right, wide receivers. Let's take a bite into the wide receivers.
Best in the biz.
Yep.
Nice one,
right.
nice one, bud.
The best.
Top play this week is Tuttle.
DeAndre Hopkins.
Man, it's so tough to fade just Hopkins. All right, Davis, you think it's Juju?
Yes, I do. Per the data that I invented, my projections have Juju Smith-Schuster as the number one wide receiver, so we touted it.
All right, and Peter, if you had one wide receiver to pick, who would it be?
I'd like to sink my teeth into Keenan Allen.
There you go.
Dave.
And Keenan Allen is another guy. I've looked at some of the projections. They don't no one's really liking him right now. But
he's not gonna pop.
Cardi touted him to me.
Yeah, I mean, I love a team that's going up against the Lions that are going to run a play every like 37 seconds.
But they don't have like any. There's like 2 pass catchers on the entire team now.
40% of 20 passes, we touted it. Not a ton of targets.
40 times.
And you also, you for real, like, I would make a rule in any optimizer, like, max 1 Eckler, Keenan Allen. Cause I'm not gonna try and stack this game at all.
Yeah, I'm amazed that you, Davis, are putting down the Keenan Allen play, but you say that the Austin Eckler is the biggest mispricing in DK history.
Yep.
Okay. Peter, go ahead and defend yourself.
Well, first of all, the Cardinals played the Lions last week, and even before it went into overtime, there was a ton of pass plays that the Cardinals got off. Granted, the Chargers aren't going to play that fast. But the other thing bumping up Keenan this week, not only is Hunter Henry out, but Mike Williams is on the injury report too. So, I mean, the sky's the limit for the targets here for Keenan. It feels kind of like the Tyler Boyd situation heading into last week, where you can just safely project 10-plus targets. So, I think he's a really good value at 7,600 on DraftKings.
I mean, I love this week. I love just especially for cash games, going safe with Keenan Allen, Tyrell Williams, and Terry McLaurin. Just going with the safe plays this week and getting it out of the way.
How many condom plays is Keenan Allen, Davis?
I mean, that's a good 3 or 4. It's really
keep in mind last
triple bag in that right there.
Last week, Davis put down Keenan Allen and said he was who did you compare him to? You said that Mike Williams was the alpha, and you said that Keenan was like I forget. It was some secondary.
Literally, Keenan Allen could have 19 touchdowns, 2,100 receiving yards at the end of the year, and I'd still say oh no, this is Mike Williams' team, or this is Hunter Henry's team, or this is Austin Eckler's. Literally, he could literally not do enough to impress me.
Davis, talk about last week's studs, as far as McLaurin, John Ross. You could throw in, I guess, Tyrell Williams.
They all seem like horrible chalk.
Philip Dorsett.
Yeah. They just all seem like I would use all of them probably. Well, not McLaurin, but I would use
Tyrell is horrible chalk.
No, he's fine. But I'm not playing McLaurin. I'm only playing Marquise Brown in game. There would have to be 4 other players from that game in a lineup for him to make my runs. I really no interest in playing McLaurin at all.
What about
Sammy?
Michael?
I was just going to say, Sammy's probably the one, double touchdown guy that you can continue to chase, right?
I don't know, Marquise Brown on 14 snaps. I mean, if he continues to see that limited
if he
workload.
can get to 16 snaps.
Yeah, if he gets 16 snaps, he's gonna have like 100 fantasy points.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I like, it's just, these are guys that don't even need to be talked about because they're just going in game stacks or they're not, but they would, you would not play these guys one-offs.
All right. Would you, like, John Ross doesn't interest you?
I mean,
Game stack.
It was interesting that I guess what was interesting was that it seemed like one of the plays was a specific design with him in mind, which I don't remember them doing a ton last year. Most of the specific design stuff was for Tyler Boyd, but I guess the fact that they knew that AJ Green was out from the last 6 months allowed them to design up some more stuff. And I guess Zach Taylor encouraged me a lot. Like, that was Andy Dalton's first ever 400 passing yard game. They were at an 80-20 pass to run ratio when the game was within 7 points. So just Cincinnati passing options in general are fine. Yeah.
Here's my question, Davis. Why would you play Juju Smith-Schuster as number one wide receiver when Michael Thomas is only 500 more on DK?
Because I think the $500 likely matters this week, and
no, it doesn't.
And Juju Smith-Schuster on a full PPR site is going to project within half a decimal of Michael Thomas, and I like Juju Smith-Schuster more.
Bro, did you see what
Tuttle's so drunk.
Did you see what the Red Rifle did to Seattle last week?
Eviscerated them?
Just,
Eviscerated them, Dave. Imagine what home Ben Roethlisberger is going to do.
Just, oh my God, like 418 yards for Andy freaking Dalton against this. Like, it's not being blown up enough how bad this Seattle defense is. Like, their secondary is terrible.
I can't wait till the Deontay Johnson 3-touchdown game this week.
Bro, have you even Googled Andy Dalton, dude? Google
Have you seen his red hair?
Dude, Andy Dalton, Google him in a McDonald's, dude. The photo is nuts.
All right, let's open up FanDuel. Start building a lineup there. Then we'll get to tight ends and defense. All right, Peter, I'm gonna let you start out.
All right, I want to start out with. I'm curious what kind of reaction this will get, but I like him a lot this week. I want to play Will Fuller.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
I guess some people might get spooked with QT getting back, but he was a full-time player in that
offense.
offense.
Every snap.
Dude, QT's an afterthought, right?
Yeah, he is.
With Duke?
What about Duke?
I mean, not with Duke and then with Kenny Stills. That's the guy. With Kenny Stills playing more.
I mean, even if you take out like the 54-yard reception Fuller had last week, he still had one reception for 15 yards.
He should have had another one.
The signs are pointing up.
He should have had another long catch though.
I played him in that 2-game slate. Who was that? Over Tyrell Williams. And
Danny the donkey. My God.
It wasn't good.
If you faded chalk on the Monday night 2-game slate, you were toast.
It was big. It was a big coffin. Yeah.
Bro, I went to sleep when Tyrell Williams caught that first touchdown.
It wasn't just Tyrell. Waller also Jacobs. I mean, it was, yeah.
I mean, I had Jacobs, obviously. But
obviously. All right. Tuttle, you're up.
I'm up, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, pick three players this time. Just clear the board.
Three players. Yeah, let's do this. So FanDuel here. Let's go through. I totally have it up. And I'm ready to pick somebody on FanDuel. So let's go through here.
I can't wait for Dan's fine in the mail for this show.
You know who's somebody
Al is not happy with his performance?
You know somebody we mentioned earlier as a FanDuel play at only 5,600. Tevin Coleman's out of there. Matt Breida, only 5,600.
All right.
Matt Breida season.
All right. I like the Breida play. Davis?
The performance is there. The end performance is there. The build-up's a little weak this week, but.
All right, Davis.
Well, let's just go Amari Cooper in this one since we have Juju Smith-Schuster on DraftKings.
Oh, I mean, we might as well, yeah.
Like that's gonna be the response to everything right now.
Amari. A-M-A. Average Amari.
Average Amari. All right. You know what? Since we're going Breida, I want to go Kittle.
Sure.
All right.
You didn't have to say it because we were playing Breida. We're playing Kittle as a response. Like
good correlation between these.
Yeah.
Well, I was almost
0.001 correlation between the two.
I was almost going to
stack into your lineups.
I was going to stack Jimmy G with them.
Wait, what? I'm so confused.
I was going to stack Garoppolo with Breida and Kittle.
Okay. I went with the alpha Jimmy G there for a second.
Jimmy Graham?
Yeah. He played basketball before.
Got it. And Andy Reid has been in the punt, pass, kick competition.
Dude, he was so big.
Dude, have you Googled that
you
photo?
Googled
have you Googled that?
All right. Davis?
We're not gonna let Peter pick again?
I lost my rights after the Fuller lead off.
Sorry.
Wait, who did Davis get? Davis had Amari. Yeah.
Amari.
Average Amari.
Okay.
All right, I'll round out my stack here. I'll get Deshaun Watson in there.
Good stack.
Can't wait for Davis to tout DJ Shark.
Is it Davis or
that's
is
who I'm
it
going.
me?
No, we're going DJ.
No, it's me though, right?
No,
I get to bring back. Man.
Yep.
Get out of here.
No, I got the Breida before the Amari. You guys are so drunk right now.
No.
I had the Breida pick after the Fuller pick.
Davis, you
100% guaranteed.
Run
the tape back.
It is Tuttle.
Oh my gosh, you guys are so
Simon, run the tape back.
him.
You're so wasted.
We didn't skip
Before Davis can pick DJ Shark, I am picking Leonard Fournette because he was so great.
Oh, this is horrible.
Oh, this is bad.
Okay, legitimately. What he saw 80% of the snaps for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
He did get like 4 targets.
Yeah, he saw a ton of targets, a ton of snaps. He's only 69 nice, $100 on FanDuel. He is a really nice price tag on FanDuel. He's a good play. He's a better play than DJ Shark here. Like
no one's a better play than
DJ
Shark.
All right, if you played him, Davis, go for it.
DJ Shark.
Oh, you're going Shark. Oh, we're just going nuts with this game.
Yeah, we're just stacking the game.
Can't wait.
We got stacks going every which way.
My pick was better than Davis's. Let's be honest.
I can't believe I'm saying this, Tuttle, but it really wasn't.
No.
DJ Shark
that's how wasted you are right now.
Dude, oh my gosh. Fournette versus DJ Shark right now. Kitchen, $25. $25. Fournette versus DJ Shark. Do you want to do it? Or are you just trying to pander to the crowd here?
How am I pandering?
I'll even let you have your Devontae Parker, who is $100 left in the DJ.
All right. So Fournette, how many points do you think he gets this week?
I will project him for 13.29.
Well, that would be less than what the Blitz is projecting him on.
Okay, what does the Blitz have him?
It's 14.2, and yet
that sounds like a pretty good. That sounds like a pretty good point per dollar play then, right?
It's not compared to all the other guys.
I think
is it better than DJ Shark?
Tuttle's rolling out his own projection system that's called the Blitzed.
Truly blitzed.
Truly blitzed.
I don't know if DJ Shark's even in the projection.
Good promotion there. We were in favor of Party there for a second, and then we just threw him under the bus.
You probably spelled DJ wrong.
Yeah, he's in there. 10.24. That's DraftKings.
No, 7.98.
That's terrible.
Right.
It's terrible. So
still better GPP play.
No. Point per dollar. That's 1.5 compared to Fournette's 2.1.
All right, Davis, you got to pick someone else.
All right, I have to pick someone else.
Yep.
That seems a little
Davis, there's a guy I want you to pick. I know you like him. Please pick him.
Who does he rhyme with?
Is it? Yeah,
I will smirk. I will smirk if you pick him.
Oh,
I know. I even got this. If Davis doesn't get it.
All right, no. We can take Christian Kirk. Kirk.
Okay. I even had that one.
I was gonna take Cortland Sutton.
what?
Fun.
Why would you take Sutton?
Because Denver smashes everyone at home early in the year, and he's going to see like 12 targets probably.
You think Denver's going to smash the Bears this week?
They are 48-8-2 over their last like whatever since the merger. In the first
historical,
game, high.
The historical significance. I like
No,
it.
it's the altitude.
Oh, it's the altitude.
It sucks. It's the same thing as like going to go play in Denver or whatever for basketball.
Did you watch Flacco last week?
No, fell asleep.
Okay, that would make sense.
He looks like late round QB though, so we're good.
Dude, have you Googled both of their faces? It's like splitting.
Google image search, dude. We've left whose pick is it? Because we've left ourselves a lot of money.
Yeah.
For this flex spot because we picked Christian Kirk because Mans wanted to rhyme.
Yeah, I wanted to go with Derrick Henry and the Titans stack, but instead I'll go with I don't know if we I think we go with Saquon. And then pick a cheap D.
So I officially, even though you guys are making fun of me, I officially do not have the worst pick on this team.
Whose is the worst pick?
Christian Kirk.
Oh.
$25 Christian Kirk outscores Saquon Barkley. Check the blitz. Book it.
Book it.
We should have made a Ravens Cardinals stack. That definitely should have happened.
And play this in cash.
Such is life. Don't play it in cash. All right.
Have you guys just looked at the defenses available with this?
Yeah, we're
build?
playing Redskins against the Cowboys.
It's not Dolphins. I mean, Dolphins against the Patriots, I think, just top notch.
Dude, the Pats struggle historically on the road. It's real hot down there.
Defenses do not matter. Fantasy defenses, they don't matter.
No, they definitely do.
But probably don't pick the Dolphins.
Signed someone who got 2 DST touchdowns from the 49ers in cash last week.
I don't understand.
That was a good break, Davis.
Isn't that kind of what we're saying?
Yeah. I'm just saying, I just wanted to point out that I ran hotter than God last week and got so lucky.
You know what as somebody who played Leonard Fournette and Nick Chubb over Austin Eckler and Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, tough. No wonder you're drunk.
I just want to congratulate you for getting 2 defensive touchdowns.
Should we give him another standing O?
Yeah.
Good job,
no,
Davis.
this one's for Tuttle. This one's for Tuttle for fading Eckler.
You see this dad bod right here?
Kitchen just tried to stand, got halfway up, and was like, nope.
His knee.
No, I was showing my shirt.
It's like him with the RotoGrinders basketball games. He's like, oh, yeah, I know I can't show up for that.
Oh, my goodness.
And then he'll talk smack the whole rest of the year.
You see what that said? Legend. Fantasy football legend.
Is that from back when you used to own your first fantasy website?
Hey, David, can you send me a draft board?
Send you a draft.
Remember when David won that GPP and then invested that money in like the DFS with Friends website and then rolled out leagues the next day?
Yeah. Remember when never mind.
Remember when David had the first optimizer available ever?
Remember when I said, oh yeah, sure Davis.
Hire this kid.
Yeah, sure Davis.
Hire this Davis Mattek kid.
Remember when Davis marked down that he would work 8 hours a day for alert?
Dude, okay, this story needs to be told.
No. For me, and
Okay. We'll reveal this.
We got to get to tight end. We got to get to tight end.
No, we got to reveal this story. This one is so good.
Tuttle, I know, but you need to be in the right state of mind to tell it because it is such a good show.
Oh my gosh. Davis told us you work 6+ hours a week for us at Fantasy Insiders.
I had Davis write up what he did, his weekly responsibilities. I'm like, I don't think you work 65 hours a week.
We would baseball alerts as expected. His lineup as he's eating dinner out to eat at Chick-fil-A.
All right, so from sunk cost fallacy to the tight end position. Let's talk about the tight end position. Evan Ingram, how safe a play is he, Davis?
I kind of want to play him in DK Cash. I kind of got poo-pooed by some of our buddies that we are in, like the football chat with about playing Ingram, but I think he is a super safe play. I think even if Sterling Shepard is active in this game, he's still pretty clearly the top target getter. He saw 14 of their 44 passing attempts last week, looked like clearly the best player on the team, and his career on-off splits with Odell Beckham are crazy. He's like basically Gronk when Odell does not play.
Peter, as far as like the tight ends, if Evan Ingram, is he like one of the top 3 tight ends for you?
Yeah, I think so. I think he should be priced closer to George Kittle. On DraftKings, he's down there at 5'2", Kittle at 6'8". That's way too big of a gap. So I like Ingram a lot. I think you can go back to Mark Andrews at 3.8. He got a lot of work last week and should be involved again. Yeah, Waller is good, but
he's going to get so many again. Yeah, well, yeah, he's going to get so many targets though against Kansas City. Like it sucks, but it's like the free square. If anything, this is the week for a 2 tight end GPP lineup because there's so many tight end plays on the board. If you want to fade Waller, sure. Yeah, Hawkinson. You a Hawkinson guy, Davis?
I am not. I am not a Hawkinson guy. Especially this week. I think I'd rather just play Waller, but I really do think that Waller sort of it feels so weird to say, but I actually think there's opportunity cost at tight end for like one of the first slates I can remember. I really do think you're giving up something by like accepting Waller's floor over kind of accessing the ceiling of Ingram, Kittle, and Kelsey. I could even see double tight end being a play in cash this week.
Okay, hold up.
If Giovanni Bernard or if Joe Mixon plays.
Okay, hold up for 1 second. Davis, Hawkinson had 6 receptions on 9 targets. Are you a Hawkinson guy?
Nice. Yeah, I'm in.
There we go.
Dude, have you Googled what 69 means?
Overrated, by the way.
Travis Kelce.
I was just going to say, this is a rough show for the commenter from last week who said they should just rename this show Wait for Tuttle to Talk. I mean, he's going to have to walk that one back.
Travis Kelce will go criminally under-owned this week. True or false?
Guys, I think Travis Kelce's a good play against Oakland.
True or false, Davis? Travis Kelce under-owned.
I think true. I think there's a chance that he ends up just being a straight-up better play than Watkins. And people will opt to play Darren Waller instead.
I will say Gamino has him as the highest projected own tight end on DraftKings at 21% still, even over Waller. So I don't know if this Gamino is full of shit or.
All right.
what,
well,
can we call him Camino next time?
How do you say his name?
How many different ways can we say his last name?
Gamino.
All right, I'll call him the Great Bambino.
All right. Okay. Cool. You're really messing with fire.
I mean, the reality is Vance McDonald, again, is scoring 2 touchdowns, so why?
Yeah, I like how we've listed like 18 tight ends, and yet Vance has not come up yet.
Can I,
is that your terrible take of the day?
Can I summarize the tight end position?
That was his only terrible take, I think.
The tight end position is you play Darren Waller or you play Travis Kelce. That's legitimately the tight end position on DraftKings.
Wide range of outcomes Tuttle is expecting from the games this weekend.
And then you play Vance McDonald's in tournament because old McDonald had a farm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
gosh. This is one for the ages. Even Drunk Silva is thinking, man. Like, Drunk Silva from 2015 was like, man, this guy.
Truly over White Claw. Silva.
I thought I was supposed to be the wild card on this show, and I can't even keep up with Tuttle.
Evan Ingram, George Kittle in play on FanDuel, and Tuttle, we're now ready for your terrible take of the day.
I'm gonna give you the terrible take when I did the lineup on DraftKings. Traquan Smith, terrible take.
Okay, that's your what exactly is your terrible take? That he is just 2 touchdowns?
Okay, I'm gonna walk the 2 touchdowns back. Just a tiny bit.
I'm gonna walk that back.
You're hearing someone else say it.
I'm sobering up a little bit. I'm hearing you guys say Traquan Smith 2 touchdowns. I'm gonna say Traquan Smith 5 receptions, 69 yards, nice, and a touchdown.
All right. Hey.
Which completely pays off his price tag, might I add.
Tuttle has turned into a 17-year-old.
I really got to peek because I've had 6 Truly, so let's wrap this up, guys.
All right, let's wrap it up. Final thoughts, Davis.
Just make sure to not be afraid of bringing back your Baltimore Stacks with Arizona players. I do think that in certain game scripts, they can remain competitive and even produce good fantasy numbers, even if they get walloped.
All right. Overzet?
Call your mom. Like, when was the last time you've called your mom? Just give her a ring. She'll appreciate it.
All right.
Yeah.
Tuttle is like breaking stuff in his house right now.
Oh God,
no.
the 7th.
We gotta end it. He's gonna be just like,
hey guys, how's it going?
Keyboard so hard. Soccer Touts lock of the week this week is not on the main slate, but Browns are winning by 20 plus.
Oh, that's very helpful since it's not on the main slate.
I already said not on the main slate, but that doesn't matter for the lock of the week.
Can we take bets on if people complain or if they like the show?
Yeah, the thumbs up, the thumbs down ratio.
The ratio might be
my lock of the week is that people are going to bitch and whine.
Yeah. We might have Silva next week in place of Tuttle.
You know what?
It's like writing a blank check.
I personally would be extremely pissed if this was a free show too and it wasn't entertaining.
Yeah. So that will do us for the Swolecast. If you liked Tuttle, if you liked Drunk Tuttle, let us know in the comments. And if you just leave us all your feedback, it can be as negative as you want.
But mostly.
Holy cow!
Mostly about Soccer Dave.
That will do it for the Week 2 Swolecast. Appreciate everybody on the show, and we'll see you next week. Week 3 here in the Swolecast on RotoGrinders.com.
Vance McDonald.
Get excited because it is time for the largest contest in Sharpside history with our Pro Football Handicapping Challenge presented by Vegas Insider. We will have $10,000 up for grabs this season, both in weekly prizes, mid-season prizes, and then a $5,000 grand prize winner. So here's how you get in. First, you gotta download the Sharpside app. We have it available for free for both iOS and Android. Once you get registered, then you go into the app and you start swiping your favorite totals and spreads in NFL games. We'll have weekly and season-long leaderboards right in the Sharpside app so you can see how you stack up versus the competition. Remember, the most units won each week will win the weekly prize, and the most units won over the course of the entire season will win that $5,000 grand prize and be the best handicapper for this NFL season on the Sharpside app. So check it out. Free to play. It's the Pro Football Handicapping Challenge presented by Vegas Insider, all on the Sharpside app.